Smith with Z&B Consulting, where we help small businesses and nonprofits create awareness, strengthen relationships, and ensure success. I'm here today to invite you to take our Magnify marketing program. This program has been a huge help for so many businesses who have taken it in the past. In this program, we take time to really look at your business. And then based on looking at your business, we then formulate a plan for you to be successful in the year ahead. A lot of times when people decide what to do for their business in the year, they just kind of randomly do what they think makes sense. They'll do things like, oh, I see Facebook pages out there, and I see people on LinkedIn, and I can put an ad in the newspaper, and I can go to this expo, and there's so many options out there in today's world, and those options vary in price. They vary in effectiveness. They vary in the amount of time and technology and people and resources that you need to make them be effective. What I do in Magnify Your Marketing is I help you look at each of those different options, and I help you figure out which make the most sense for your business. We're able to figure that out by first looking at the foundation for your business. We look at why you exist, which is your mission and your vision, and if you already have that developed, we look at it and see, does it need to be adapted right now? Does it fit the criteria that should be included in a mission and vision? If you haven't developed a mission and vision yet, we'll start out with that, and you'll have the tools so that when you're done with our program, you have a nice mission and vision that's a great foundation for your business. We then look at your current situation, things like, what is your current customer base? What are the current statistics that you have in terms of total revenue and total expenses? We look at things like your industry. What's going on out there in the world in terms of technology and socially and the economy that's affecting your particular industry? And based on those things, what are the implications for your business? It's important to know these because we can't change those factors out there. But we can change what we do to make our business be successful in spite of them. We then look at business and marketing objectives. We take a chance to look at what are the things we need to learn this year? What are the things that we want to do in terms of business processes to make our business change? And what do we want to do in terms of our customers? How do we want to serve them better? How do we want to retain them better? And in looking in those different objectives, we also then are able to decide, what are we going to do for those objectives? But before doing that, we first have to look at our marketing strategy. How do we price things in our business? And how does that compare to our competitors? And what do we do that's unique and adds value that other people don't really do? And what are our competitors doing that's unique for them? And what are they doing in the future? And how do we adapt our business to still be successful despite what our competitors are doing? All of those things are important to look at before you decide about putting up a Facebook page or setting up a LinkedIn account or going to an expo or an event. You need to have the right foundation in place before you can go out and market your program, because otherwise you're wasting your time, you're wasting your money, and you're wasting your energy. After we look at our foundation, we then look at the many different options that are out there. A lot of them very cost effective, a lot of them free. And we look at what is the best thing for you to do. Once you make those decisions, we then look at what's the technology, what are the processes, and what are the people that you need in place to be successful at carrying out these actions. After that point, we look at what's the cost. Are there costs that are associated with that? And then we look at the metrics. The metrics are how you measure what you're doing to see if they're successful. Metrics are so important and something a lot of people don't take time and energy into doing. And I can tell you, when I marketed for years, that was always the thing that I didn't have a chance to breathe and to take time to do and to go on to the next thing. But I at least looked at my foundation first. And because a lot of people don't take time to look at their metrics and they're important, we will decide in this program which metrics to look at for your particular actions so that you already have that decision made. Then, after the class, I'm there for a resource if you want to continue with my services through Maximize Your Marketing. And in Maximize Your Marketing, I help you take all these foundational things that you already built, and I help you take your plan, and I'm there to support you as you go to carry out your plan. As part of that support, every 3 months, for those who want to, I'll help you look at your actions and look at your metrics and see how things are going. Are there things that we need to adapt? Are there things that this is really going really good and we need to keep them just how they are? In order to know those answers, we have to look at your metrics, and we all know you're busy, I'm busy, and that's why I'm here to help you as a resource in doing those things that you don't necessarily have time to do in your business, but you want done well. And you need to do the things for your business that are important. And one of those things is taking time to take a deep breath, to take a step back, and to look at your business. And I encourage you to let me help you look at that business and to let me follow you on a journey to success. The $350 that you invest in this program is a very little amount when you look at the great results you're going to see after you're done with the program, especially in light of the money that you can spend on other marketing that might be wasted because you're not looking at these foundational things first. Thank you for taking time to listen to this video, and maybe this isn't the time for you, and maybe it's time in the future, or maybe that $350 sounds like it might be too expensive. Or maybe you don't want to go through a whole class program and you want to do this more in an individualized nature. There's lots of different ways that I offer this program. One is a self-study, which can be offered at half the price, and you simply go through the videos on your own, and then we have a couple-hour consulting sessions to make sure that I can answer any questions you have. If you want to go through it more quickly than we do in the class program, and in a more individualized nature, I then charge double for the class, but I will do it with you on a one-on-one, speed-it-up nature. The other thing I do, and this again is for a higher price, is I go into an organization. And in that organization, I work with the staff in that organization or the board in that organization, and I take them through this entire process together through some brainstorming. I love doing that with companies, and I do it based on your time and based on your availability. We can schedule that in a bunch of mini sessions. We can schedule it in the evening. We can do it on the weekends. We can do it in one long couple-day thing. Totally up to you. I'm here to help you meet your needs and to adapt to you as you see best so that you can have affordable marketing to help your business be successful. Michelle Smith with Z&B Consulting. I encourage you to magnify your marketing. Thank you.